Namaste programs, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator, Tasmanian Odyssey Bush Trip Leg 2 from Smithton to Strahan. You are English, bro! Strahan! Let's go, I'll see you there. Alright, looks like we're ready to go, so let's go. Our first direction is 111. 111. Have we got enough runway? I guess we're gonna find out. There's a plane on the runway. Oi! Get out of here. Get out of here, you other bush trip person. Oh, just in time. Perfect. Well, we want 111, so that's round this way. We'll start the clock in a minute. Once we've turned around. We're heading to Lake Mikani. After returning to the skies, fly over the southern edge of the town of Smithton and its pastoral outskirts to Lake Mikani. I will do that exactly. In fact, I'll head over just a little bit this way. Get back towards the runway. And then go 111. And let's start our clock. For 1:36. Get our flaps up. Let's go 111 now. Say hello to Smithton. And wherever this Lake Mikani is. I don't see no stinking lake. Or is that it there? Is that it there? Possibly? Is that a lake? No, it's just a shadow. It's a shadow. Alright. Let's get our trimming to where it needs to be. What was it? 2% we decided? I don't remember. I'll try 2%. Ah, there's the lake. I see the lake. Oh, and it was 90% as well. Yeah, because of the red line. The evil red line. Well, I never like Mickey. You're more of a pond, really. But we have found you. It's going to be just about the right time. Of course, we don't. Oh no, that's nice. Go 0%. Was it minus 2%? I don't remember. I think it was maybe. Alright, well we've done our time, and this is the lake. So I think, and we don't have the purple arrow to guide us anymore, which is good. You know. We have to rely on our own ability to read a couple of numbers. 142 for 4 minutes. We're off to the Arthur River. Flying south-southeasterly from Lake Mikani over dense forest and rolling hills brings the reward of the Arthur River. I'll see about that. 142. Again, reading numbers. 4 minutes and 0 seconds. There we go. There was something I wanted to have a look at. Are we very close to the top left corner, or are we sort of in the middle? Looking at that map that shows up before the flight. Yeah, I think this is the top left corner of Tasmania. The west coast over there? Possibly. Possibly. Nice forest. Not so nice area that they've killed from the forest. Is that logging there, or is that a mine? I think that might be logging. Ah, look at plenty of forest to go. We haven't killed the entire planet yet. We'll tick it off the bucket list eventually. Yep, killed every single living creature on the planet. Perfect. Well done, human race. Well done. We're just about to tick over 2 minutes of 4 minutes, so we should be beginning to have an idea of where this river is. The Arthur River. I'm not seeing anything that's obviously river, but I mean it's also green. Maybe it would be hard to see. Normally you can sort of tell where the rivers are because there's a patch of extra green along it. Maybe beyond that hill there? Maybe. Just maybe. Hello, God River. We've got 1 more minute to go. Let's have a look around while we are here. A bit hazy off that way today. That's nice. Bit of atmosphere. Bye, Smithton. You are wonderful. I love you. But we must move on. We must move on. Alright, Sneaky River, we've almost done 4 minutes. Where are you? Where is my reward? I was promised a reward. There's a little river. Is that a river in there? Just sneaking through here somewhere? Is it though? Just hit 4 minutes on the dot. I guess that's the Arthur River, huh? Little dam there, or road, bridge across the road, maybe. All right, that'll do. That must be the Arthur River then. What an exceptional reward! How terribly rewarded I feel. Now we're on 154 for 429. Savage River National Park. Beautiful sights continue to abound along this route, with stands of rainforest of Savage River National Park, which is viewable only from the air as it is inaccessible from the ground. Excellent. Let's see if that's true. I mean, there's a road right there. I guess the national park's a little bit further on. There's a bunch of trails up here. Again, it could be logging, I suppose. Oh yeah. Weird little area that. Bunch of roads, but nothing there. Maybe it's an army base or something that has been wiped from the records. I'm sure we've got troops down here in Tasmania to protect us from the penguins of Antarctica. Tell you what, we've probably got storage of stuff down here. You know, Tasmania would be kind of annoying to attack. Not to mention, well, Australia itself, really. A giant island. Not so easy. We've got their little patch of nothingness. Huh? Why? Is that a lake? I think it's a little marshy lake. Possibly. Well, this must be the national park by now. We've done 2 minutes of 4:20. Yet again, we have what looks like paths and things. Or is this more actually a little river system or something? You can't say it's inaccessible if there are paths. I don't think they are paths. What causes these things? I think, again, it's something that's just naturally occurring, that the algorithm is thinking is a road, so it's putting a road there, when really it probably isn't a road. Although it doesn't really look like the algorithm's done it, it does look like aerial photography. That really does look like a path that someone's carved out. Inaccessible my foot. It's been accessed. I think we're too low. Yeah, we are. Let's go up a bit. This very slow slope covered in a national park is deceptive. Oh, that's deceptive. Yep, it's a forest. It's a national park. How are we looking? We've done 3 3/4 minutes. We've still got 45 seconds to go. Because I don't think we're going to have a particular obvious waypoint. There seems to be just trees. Next turn at the 15 millionth tree that you come across in this direction. Alright, you're about to hit 429, so that's, I'm just going to turn now. 202. For 353. To the Savage River Mine. From the heart of Savage River National Park, pass over the Savage River Mine, which produces iron ore. Right, so inaccessible, my foot. There's a mine in the middle of it. Where's the Savage River? There we go, 202. See if we can find this mine. Go back to 2%, see how that goes. Have a look around. Yep, mountains, forest, clouds. Beautiful. We do have our co-pilot. I forgot to look yesterday. So I guess she's not taking our diamond to Launceston. We've hired some other minion to do it. For when we've finished our official bush trip duties. And want to head back on the tour d'Oz. What's going on up here? We've got Mordor. Wait, is that whole thing a mine, maybe? All that white stuff? Could be. Could be a gigantic mine. The Savage River must be this valley here, I reckon. That's going to be my assumption. So, is this the mine? Is it full of miners? Miners, not miners! God, Galaxy Quest is a great movie. Do you think those are the miners? Yeah, they look like children. Miners, not miners! Love it. Now, I think this is a mine. Look at this. They've just destroyed half of this mountain. I guess we need the iron ore. The rock will grow back. Look at that. Gigantic mine. Huge. Let's see, we've got another 20 seconds before it's time to turn. It looks like we're pretty much on time today. Incredible. Incredible. Alright, it's probably time to turn. Look at this mine. Look at the hole that they've dug. Wow, 178 for 454. Might as well be 5. On our way to Lake Pyman. Heading towards the western coastline of Tasmania from the Savage River Mine, pass over Lake Pyman. Do you know the Pyman? I haven't had a pie in years. I was going to say since I was last in Australia. I don't think I had a pie when I went to Oz 2 years ago. 3 years ago now, almost 3 years ago. COVID. I was meant to go back every year. It's been 3 years and I haven't had an Aussie pie. I'm going to have to figure out how to make my own. I will Google traditional Aussie pie recipe. I will look at it and go, fuck that, and move on with my life. I made sausage rolls when I had a hankering for them, and they were pretty good. They came out alright, but don't have a hankering for sausage rolls anymore. I do have a hankering for a pie, though. They just don't do things like pies in France. I mean, they've got similar things, but... Look at this mining complex. Crazy. Crazy, I tell you, the mining. Wait a minute. How are we going south right now and the west coast is right in front of us? I mean, I know Tasmania is a heart shape, so I guess that kind of makes sense, but if we made it to the west coast just by heading south from... I guess if we were that close to the top corner, so that pretty much proves we're at the top corner, doesn't it? I couldn't quite make it out through the mist, whether it was sea or just sort of plains or something, but yeah, there we go. So we were in the top left corner, and we've already made it to, we're heading straight south, we're hitting the sea. Wow. Wow, that's incredible. And Lake Pyman. Alright, well, we're only halfway there, so let's have a bit of a look around, enjoy the sights. Interesting. Goodbye, giant mine. Thank you for producing our iron. I don't know if there's much iron in the plane. Probably more aluminium than iron. Probably some bits of iron. I don't know what we make out of iron these days. You know, everything used to be iron, but now we use steel and stuff. So I guess you need iron to make steel, I guess. It's an alloy of... I don't know, what is steel? Iron and nickel or something? Iron and tin? I don't remember. Iron and carbon? I used to know this stuff. I used to know stuff. Believe me. Now I know nothing, Mr. Faulty. 350 of 450. So what are we looking for? A lake. Oh, Lake Pieman. Right, so this must be Lake Pieman that we're sneaking up on right now. You just know that generations upon generations of Tasmanians have gotten on a tinny, you know, that's a boat, on this lake, doing a bit of fishing, eating a pie, looking at each other and go, "Hi mate, I'm eating a pie, man." Hey? You just know it. Well, at least I hope so. You can't leave quality puns like that on the table. Champagne comedy. Look at these clouds. What's going on with these clouds? Oh, they're so cute. Weird clouds, actually. Is that clouds that you get this south? I don't really feel like I've seen clouds like that in real life. Certainly not where I am. Damn! That's a dam. Alright, we've hit our time, but I'm going to wait till we're over the lake, just to, you know, for reasons. I mean, just why not reasons? As mentioned yesterday, we're not going as fast as probably the ETA would think I am, because I refuse to go anywhere near that red line, because there's nothing worse than flying for 4 hours in a bush trip and then failing it because you go slightly too fast. Nothing worse at all. Alright, 141 for 317. 141 for 317. Avebury Mine. From Lake Pieman, traverse the wilds of Western Tasmania to Avebury Mine, which produces nickel ore. A nickel. Nickel. The French say nickel when they mean great. It's nickel. I don't know why. I guess it extends from a time when nickel was like the bee's knees, the best thing you could get, or you know, if something was made out of nickel, it was well made or something. But these days, what the fuck's made out of nickel? You just don't even hear the word nickel anymore. Nickel. Look at that. Look at Dams Rivers. Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful country. Beautiful island as part of Australia, this Tasmania is. Why am I speaking as Yoda all of a sudden? Beautiful Tasmania is part of Australia. That will be the first and last time I ever try and do an impression of Yoda. Where we got a mine, another mine. Of course. Another mine. Must be hiding behind this mountain. You know, the original bush trips, I don't know if it was done on purpose, but it seemed to happen quite often. And it's something that happens less often now, is that all of the points of interest were sort of behind a mountain or behind something. So you'd go, you know, wonder where this huge lake is. And then eventually it would appear as like, oh, there's the lake. And it was almost like they'd chosen the route so that it would go through mountains and things. And yeah, so we're probably going to get that here with the mine. I would think there will be a mine behind this mountain because we've done 226 of 317, so we should have seen it by now, but we haven't, so it must be on the other side of this mountain, or else they lied to us about there being a mine. Hello, got nickel? Looking for nickel ore? Nickel ore. First name nickel, last name ore. Should have said Nicole right then. Yeah, I should have said Nicole. You're right. Is that the mine? Is it probably? The whole mountain's probably missing on the other side here. Let's find out. Let's find out shortly on Bush Trip, Australia. Is that it there, where the water is? They've dug it out. Where's this mine then? Oh, excuse me, I was promised a mine, and there was salt in the margarita. My Mai Tai. There it is. I guess that nickel mines are in the water or something. Or is this whole thing a nickel mine all the way down to the water there maybe? Anyway, enough speculation. We need to go to 163 for 3 minutes 10 seconds. And, you know, it's not going to do it itself. I probably could. Probably turn the autopilot on. I don't know. I tested it out on the last bush trip, the official bush trip, didn't I? And it didn't fail us, so you could probably use the autopilot to fly these things if a plane does in fact have it. On our way to Ocean Beach, the most creatively named beach in the world. Nearly due south from Avebury Mine lies Ocean Beach on the shore of Western Tasmania. It sure does. Lel. It's pun central today. Pun central. I feel confident because the previous puns would have almost certainly have got you to turn off the video, so thank God I'm just the only one listening to this. People may have died. The pun game is too powerful. Huge beach though. Huge. A biatch, as we call it in French. Un biatch. Spoiler alert, no, that's not what it is in French. It might be how my French grandmother might pronounce beach in English. Even though she speaks fairly good English, she deliberately mispronounces things as a joke. So like spoon, a spot-on instead of spoon. I'm sure she would say un biatch, not knowing that the modern internet slang, the children, the millennials, whatever you want to call them, they like saying bitch as biatch. Biatch. What am I rambling on about? How has it come to this? We've done 2 minutes of 3 minutes 10. We're nearly at the beach. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. Right, another 40 seconds, but then it's a minute 27 in 148 as the final segment to the airport, so that would mean the airport must be over to the left there somewhere. I'm looking at the picture. It's a big white concrete with grey concrete runway in amongst some brown stuff, in amongst trees, and they're not far from the water. You'd think I'd be able to see it already. Is that it there? I think it is. Must be it there. Alright, so we basically need to head over there now. It is time, almost time. So 148 for 127. Strahan! Strahan! Fly just inland of the coast and land at Strahan Airport. YSRN in brackets. It must be that white thing. It must be what I'm seeing, I guess. Well, let's lose a bit of height then. It's probably a good idea. We are way too high, actually. It looks to me like the ground is well up in the air, but it has to be sea level, right? Because it's on the sea. It's on the ocean. Well, let's just go to 0%. Lose much more height. Maybe these hills just below us are higher than they look. But surely this airport is basically at 0 altitude. I don't think in the bush trips it'll let you do the QNR, so that doesn't help. Oh yes, there we go. I'm finally seeing the grey of the actual strip. Yep, there it is. Let's get our flaps down. And this plane is... it loves to float. How could we be at 2,500 feet right now? That doesn't look right at all. Maybe we are. I guess we are. Let's trim back a bit. Do a bit more floating floats. Say hello to Strahan. Is that it on the left? Little inlet. I won't say ocean side because it's inside this inlet here. Inlet side town? Village? I think maybe this airport, the runway is bigger than I think it looks. Maybe that's where my confusion lies. It's still, I mean, it's up on a hill, but is it really? It looks almost like it's going to be like 500, 600 feet in the air. Is that right? Is that correct? Let's get this right. There we go. Yeah, yeah, 500-600 feet. I guess we're that high up off the water. I mean, really? I think it must just be the QNR not being set correctly, which we can't do because it won't let us. Because it's an asshole. There we go. Come on. Let's not too much stalling into the game, please. And definitely no stalling of the plane. We'll have 2 bounces. We'll wonder what's going on here. I'm not able to control it. What's going on? I'm sliding. I'm sliding on the salt. Sliding on the salt. Anyway. Get back on the runway so it registers. There's something weird going on there. Maybe I broke a wheel. Did I break a wheel? Would it tell me that somehow? Perhaps not. Who knows? That was leg 2 of the Tasmanian Odyssey. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. Thank you for existing. Au revoir, goodbye.